18 months. $67,000. Gone. And the method everyone told her to use was completely wrong. I'm talking about my friend, Sarah, who was stuck in a cycle of debt for years. She had $23,000 in credit card debt, $18,000 in student loans, and $26,000 in medical bills. Her monthly payments were suffocating her, with a total of $2,500 going out the door every month. But here's the thing, she was making $55,000 a year, which is a decent income. So, what went wrong? It all started when she graduated from college and got her first job. She thought she was making good money, so she started spending more than she could afford. She'd buy designer clothes, go on expensive trips, and eat out at fancy restaurants. And before she knew it, her credit card balances were piling up. Fast forward to a few years later, Sarah found herself in a financial crisis. She was getting collection calls, her credit score was in the tank, and she was barely scraping by. That's when she realized she needed to make a change. She started by facing her debt head-on. She made a list of all her debts, including the balances, interest rates, and minimum payments. And then she started researching different debt payoff strategies. She considered the debt snowball method, which involves paying off debts with the smallest balances first. But then she stumbled upon the debt avalanche method, which involves paying off debts with the highest interest rates first. And that's when it clicked. She realized that by paying off her highest interest debt first, she could save thousands of dollars in interest payments over time. So, she created a budget, cut back on expenses, and started throwing as much money as possible at her debt. It wasn't easy, but she stuck to it. And 18 months later, she had paid off a whopping $67,000 in debt. I know, it sounds crazy. But the method she used was actually pretty simple. She just focused on one debt at a time, using the debt avalanche method, and made sure to pay more than the minimum payment each month. She also cut back on expenses, like canceling subscription services and cooking at home instead of eating out. And she even started a side hustle to increase her income. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this all sounds great, but what about the emergency fund? And that's a great question. Because, let's be real, life is unpredictable. And if you don't have any savings, you're going to end up going further into debt when unexpected expenses come up. So, should you build an emergency fund or pay off debt first? Well, the answer is, it depends. If you have high-interest debt, like credit card balances, it's probably a good idea to focus on paying those off first. But if you don't have any emergency savings, you should probably prioritize building up your savings first. Because, trust me, you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you have to go further into debt just to pay for a car repair or a medical bill. That's just going to make your financial situation worse. So, what's the solution? Well, I would recommend doing both at the same time. Yeah, I know, it sounds crazy. But hear me out. You can allocate a small portion of your income each month towards building up your emergency fund, while also paying more than the minimum payment on your debts. It's all about finding that balance. Now, I want to ask you a question. What's the biggest debt you're currently facing? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I want to help you get out of debt. If you're struggling to pay off debt, I want you to know that you're not alone. Millions of people have been in your shoes, and they've come out on top. You can too. So, what's the next step? Well, if you're ready to start paying off your debt and building up your emergency fund, I want you to take action today. Start by making a list of all your debts, including the balances, interest rates, and minimum payments. And then start researching different debt payoff strategies. You got this. And if you're ready to learn more about managing your finances and getting out of debt, be sure to check out my next video, how to create a budget that actually works. Don't forget to hit the like button if this video helped you, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.